Hey Libra, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, March 26th to Sunday, April 1st, 2018. Now before I get started, I just wanted to let you all know I will be doing an April webinar coming up this Thursday, March 29th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, where I'm going to talk about what's going on the month of April, as well as some of the major alignments of this month, which includes Saturn and Pluto going retrograde, as well as Chiron moving into Aries. It doesn't change signs too terribly often, and then Venus as well moving into its home sign of Taurus. Okay, and what I think is going on this month is that we're transitioning from an old life to a new life, from an old life where things have been really chaotic and crazy to a new one where there's more stability in our life and we feel more lighthearted and like it's easier to express ourselves. And I think this month is the month that we make this transition, but we just got to make sure we're keeping everything together and we're moving everything forward in the right way. Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk about this month. If that's something you're interested in learning about how you can make the switch in the best way, please sign up at the link down below in my description box, and I hope to see you there. Now, Libra, for your horoscope, what we've got going on this week: the sun hanging out in Aries, which for you is your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, again, normally of the one-on-one variety. Okay, this also rules contracts, if you're signing any contracts this week, and as well, it can also bring up issues with the court system. Okay, so that's what the focus is on Monday. Now, on Monday, with the sun, it's making a square also to Mars right here, and that for you is going to be in your 4th house of home and of family. So I think what's going on is there's a lot of stuff going on in relationships for you, a lot of commitments perhaps that are coming up, and you're trying to figure out, how can I feel comfortable with these relationships? How can I feel comfortable with these commitments? How can I really begin to build something with these new commitments, contracts, relationships moving forward in a way that just feels better and in a way that can really last? Could also bring some stuff with home and family coming in here as well. Trying to figure out how you can work more with relationships at home and in the right ways, or with family members. Because this is a square, could be a little bit challenging, could take a little bit more effort to bring everything together, to work with people, to feel more comfortable in some way with the relationships in your life or commitments that you're making. But I think really needing to try your best to get on board emotionally with what's going on with the other people in your life. Okay, so that's what I see happening. Then after that happens on Wednesday, we get the Venus here in a conjunction with Uranus, also in your 7th house of relationships. And what that can bring up on Wednesday, after you've been trying to be more comfortable with the people in your life, can bring up some unexpected things or some unexpected insights. Because Venus is involved, again, this is going to have to do with relationships, especially because it's in your 7th house. So a lot of unexpected things coming up for you in relationships. It could also have to do with money, unexpected things going in with money. Because this is Uranus and Venus isn't like Uranus, and because Venus is in Aries where it also doesn't like to be, some of these things could be a little bit unsettling. It could be money going out instead of money coming in, or it could be some like unexpected thing in relationships that you weren't planning on in some way, all right? But needing to do your best to go with the flow, okay, with what happens, and to try to get comfortable with this situation that's starting to come in with relationships and with your emotions. All right, so that's what I see going on there. After that happens on Thursday and Friday, the sun is then going to move further through Aries and make a square over to Saturn in Capricorn. So what that's going to bring is, after some unexpected things have come up in relationships or with money that could feel a little bit unsettling going in, then I think you're going to have to make some decisions, especially, or some choices even, about the people in your life and who you partner with and how you work with these people and how you feel with them, with the Sun-Saturn thing coming in. Really needing to think long term about your life, about where you see your life going, and about who you're doing it with and in what way coming in, okay? And I think that's what a lot of it's about. Maybe there's a lot going on with relationships and a lot of feelings coming up about relationships at the beginning of the week, then something unexpected happens coming up, and then after this unexpected thing occurs on Thursday and Friday, you having to make more decisions or more choices based on this unexpected thing about where you see your life going and how you can begin to feel more stable, more comfortable, more secure with everything moving forward, okay? So that's what I see happening. coming in. Maybe some of these decisions, because this is a square in Saturn, being a little difficult to make, but still needing to make them. Okay, while you're trying to make some of these decisions with relationships and other things going on at home and emotionally, I think it's going to have a lot to do here with where the North Node is, and that for you is in your 11th house of your goals, your dreams, and your hopes for the future, because we do have Mercury on Friday and Saturday making a trine to the North Node here. So as you're figuring out what's going on with relationships, trying to make some decisions about people, about your home as well, what's going on with your home life, in some way, I think you're also thinking long term about, who do I want to be? How do I envision myself? What's going to make me feel uniquely myself, more authentically myself, and how is it that I can do that? Okay, and as you're making some big decisions with relationships in a very big way, I think you're trying to think more long term about what you see for yourself, what you want, about some big goals for yours, and how you can start to bring more of that into your life in some way. All right. So that's what's going on there. Then after that happens on Saturday, we've got a full moon right here in your sign. And what that's going to bring is some big ending or culmination in who you are, so that you can start to devote more of your time and attention to the other people in your life, to your relationships, and to move forward doing some things their way. Okay, and I think that's what's coming in at the end of the week, is you're trying to tie up all the loose ends in regards to your identity, to who you are, so that you can really begin to launch forward doing some things with other people. And I see most of the week your mind is there, you're thinking about your relationships, you're thinking about your emotions, how you feel about the other people in some way. And I think this full moon on Saturday is going to say, okay, time to get yourself in order, so that you can start to do some of these things in relationships that you've just been thinking about and planning now, and to go in that direction. All right, so that's what's happening there. Then after that full moon in Libra on Sunday, we get the Sun in a conjunction with Mercury in your 7th, and Mars in a conjunction with Saturn in your 4th, really saying, okay, now that you're starting to get yourself in order and move towards your relationships, how can you integrate everything that's happened to you with the other people in your life, so that you feel more comfortable and more whole and more at peace with what's going on? And how can you begin to work with your emotions, work with your home life, to start to feel better about what's happened, regardless of whether or not you like some things that have come up earlier in the week. The end of the week is saying, okay, now times are changing, you got to get on board with your relationships, and you got to find a way here. You got to find a way to work with other people, to compromise on your own wants and needs, so that you can do the things that other people want, and finally start to feel better about it, building something in your life that it is that you want. And I think that's what's going on this week. Trying to make the big decisions that it is that you need to figure out how you can work with other people regardless of what has happened, and feel more comfortable in your life, reaching some goals and dreams of yours. All right, so that's what I see going on for you, Libra. Now your card for this week is the 8. It's the Strength, sorry, it's a major arcana card. It's the Strength upright. And this card, I think, is a lot about your inner strength this week, summoning your courage. Maybe there's something going on this week that you're not used to, especially with a lot of stuff happening on your major angles, your 4th house, your 7th house. These are the major angles of a chart going on, and maybe it's a little scary, because these are things you haven't done before. You're having to flex different muscles in some way, especially with your 4th house. Maybe there's some emotional stuff going on too, and I think this card is saying you got to look inward, you got to find that inner courage, you got to find that inner strength. There, you got to look inside yourself to summon up every bit of strength that you have, and if you can do that, it's going to help you leaps and bounds to do the things that you need to do, to move forward, to feel more comfortable, to accomplish the things that you need, and to really start to build something on your life that I think, with other people especially, that I think is going to help you in the end. All right, so that's what I've got for you this week, Libra. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.